we're getting ahead with the training meant to make more confident the hiring managers and people involved in the recruitment process, a part of the recruiters and the HR. So we spoke already about how good hire can impact the business and how bad hire can impact the business. At the same time, when you think about your hiring experience, probably the best assessment will come when you have an immediate task to hire someone now, when you have an open role and you're actively interviewing candidates. That's why think about the best hire that you experienced. It might be not directly hired by you. It might be even your manager. It might be the company owner have hired someone, your colleague, co-worker, etc. Think about the best example that you have in mind and ask what changed in the team after he or she has been hired. What happens after this? And then think about a poor hire. What were the consequences of this poor hire? And how long did it take to realize that the hire was not successful? I know that we are usually able to admit when we are mistaken, but sometimes really takes time to realize what's happening. I am going to the model 2, where we will be discussing actually the role before even start recruiting and interviewing. Basically, many hiring processes fail before the interview stage. And the most common reason is because the role was never clearly defined. But actually hiring starts at this very moment when you have the clarity and the purpose of the role. Usually, the role should answer on questions: what problem does this person solve? What results should this person deliver? And managers should define the key responsibilities, the success indicators, and expected impact. I know that many of us think that not everything can be measured, and sometimes the results really come after a certain period of time. But definitely you can add 2-3 key measurement indicators that can give you an answer after 6 months. What happens after you hire this person? That's why I would suggest really define success in the first 6-12 months. We can take that for 3 months during the onboarding period, during the assessment period. It's not really very clear when you try to put KPIs, etc. But after the 6th month, you can basically clarify what this person has achieved for the 6 months and what they have achieved for the 12th month in the company. For example, if you hired a salesperson, you can discuss here what pipeline they have developed and what have they delivered as a revenue and what have been the targets here. If you have a product person, let's say product manager, who have been managing 2-3 important for the company projects, what actually have happened with the deadlines? How did they communicate it with the stakeholders and with the team? And what features have been delivered thanks for their work and their organizational input? When we're discussing the must-haves skills, still we are talking about writing job descriptions. Managers often list too many requirements, and it's important to distinguish that must-have is the essential experience and critical experience. And eventually, we can add here skills that can be learned on the job. And basically, drafting the profile in this way, we have a wider scope of candidates that we can consider. And during the interview process, we can assess if these people already have everything that we need in order to start working for us immediately, or this person actually has the ability to learn and to really contribute according to our products, our services, our company's specifics. I know also that it's sometimes hiring managers or leaders or business owners, they really unconsciously look for candidates similar to themselves or their current team. I can tell that this can limit diversity of ideas and skills, because if you're looking exactly the same person, you might miss very important skills that even you didn't realize you need in order to progress and to have better business outcomes. So before starting the recruitment, managers and HRs together should discuss what will this person actually do, and what are the success indicators, as I said, for the 3 months, 6 months, etc. And how this particular hire will improve the business. Usually the 3, 6, 9, and 12 months experience in a new company and for newcomer looks like, for the first 3 months, as I said, onboarding, learning the business, understanding customers, processes, and after that, after the 6 months, they can start delivering and have really measurable improvements for themselves and for the team. After the first year, definitely they should be creating clear business impact. But how to predict that after 12 months, the newcomer will really get to the stage where they will be creating business impact? That's why I'm saying that during the whole recruitment process, starting from the job description, during to interviews with the HRs, recruiters, internal, external, hiring managers, team members, it has to be clear that this is the person that after 12 months will be really having the impact. So yeah, I talked about the requirements and how really to put must-have skills, trainable skills, because sometimes I've noticed that some small or mid-level businesses prefer to hire someone without particular experience, but really with lots of ability and someone who is willing to learn. And this way, actually, they shape this new candidate with their skill set to the business purposes. And this training actually shapes a really someone employee who feels comfortable, confident, knowing the business, and after these 12 months we're talking about, they definitely can contribute and grow. In the past, I have a very successful example with a company hired a young and probably 1-2 years project manager experience, and currently he is the CCO of the bigger company now. They became international. They acquired many similar companies across Europe, and this person basically grew together with the company, with the business, but they gave him opportunity to learn, to start from the project management role, to know the processes from scratch, to contribute with the ideas, to have access to international events, gathering, meetings, to be a presenter and speaker to many events in this industry. And that's how the company built a very successful C-level manager. Strong hiring, at the end of the day, focuses on complementing team strengths, bringing new perspectives, and filling gaps that exist in the team. I'm pretty sure that every manager would admit that there are some gaps and some missing qualities or skills that team can gain from a new hire. That's why on the level of drafting the job description, you should be aware what else, apart of the role that we are recruiting for, what else, what skill we can look for and really have the best candidate which has a particular profession, skills, but also additional skills that can fill the gap missing already in the team. The simple, yeah, it's about the hiring, the simple test when we think about someone and when you think about your team and what's missing in the team is asking the questions, why would I rehire this person, and why would have exactly these particular employees in my team? Knowing what you know today, would you hire this person again? Think about every single member of the team that you are thinking about and that you are planning to extend with a new hire. This question reveals the true quality of our hire so far. Yeah, we might make mistakes. Yeah, we might need something that's missing. But yeah, think about every single one and you'll get your answer. Have your recruitment process been really transparent, clear, and you didn't put any of your like gut thinking when you decided to offer someone? Speaking about this question, would you rehire someone? Managers should reflect on the definition of the role, how actually this person grew during their time in a company, and also did you do a rush decision when you hired them, and has this decision been right? Because great hiring decisions start with clear role definition and structured evaluation. That's why when you are on the stage defining a new job description because you realize at some point that business needs more than you already have, think about your current team. Think about the people that you have hired. Think about what they have as a quality, and do they have them just because you don't have a proper replacement at this point, or they really contributed to the business and the business now reached the point when it needs additional skill set and additional professionalism to go further. How to create a success profile when you think about the job description? What was the role purpose, what you have expected for your previous hires and what you expect from the new hire to deliver for the 3 and 6 months and to have during the first year. As a result, as achievements, what are the key competencies that you need in your team, in your department, in order to progress in the business? What are the must-have experience, skills, education, and how the new hire will look like as a cultural contribution to the team. And something that I've mentioned in the first model, what energy this person should bring and how it will compare with your current companies. That's why thinking about job description, you're actually thinking about the business outcomes, and for the contribution of the team, this person will join after some period of time. That's why I'm saying great hiring decisions are not based on how impressive someone sounds in an interview. They're based on how confidently you can predict their performance 6 months or 12 months after joining.